Hey guys, welcome to another Scratch tutorial. This one is tutorial 5, how to do a substitutions remix. We are going to remix one of our own files. Our substitution remix is when you just simply switch out the sprites for different ones. You can use this when you see a game that you like and you want to copy it, and you want to change things around and add to it. Remix is a good place to start. So first things first, let's go to our stuff. So click on the little briefcase, go to your projects. We're going to do a tutorial 2 basic features dog walk. So click see inside. So we're obviously remixing one of our own projects. Okay, so this is the dog walk. Now the very first thing we want to do is want to go to File and click Save as a Copy. And what this basically does is makes a photocopy of this project, giving it a new name, calls it copy. Okay, so let's just change the name to something that makes sense for our purposes. Let's call it tutorial 5 substitution remix. Dog walk. All right, it's kind of long, but it'll do. Okay, so in a remix like this, we have some options. As I said earlier, we're going to be switching out the sprites for different ones. So we're going to find a sprite that's going to take the place of the dog. It's going to be a sprite that walks back and forth. So let's go to, and there's 2 ways you can do this. I'm going to show you one way. One way is by adding a brand new sprite. So I'm going to go to people, and I'm going to choose Avery walking, because this is a good substitution. We don't have to mess with her costume or anything. She's got enough costumes that make her look like she's walking. So we'll choose that right there. Let's make sure her direction is left and right only. And she's a little tall, so let's make her a little smaller. I'm going to say 75% of her current size. There we go. Avery doesn't have any code, okay? But the dog does, and not a lot either, so it'd be easy to copy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag the code from the dog over to Avery, the second piece of code. And now notice when I click on Avery, code's there. It's all on top of each other. One little thing you can do is if you right click, you can click clean up blocks. That'll sort them out for you a little bit, but I'm not really sure why it spaces in the way it does. But here we go. All right, so now we've got Avery who can replace the dog, and we don't need the dog anymore. We can get rid of the dog. So now Avery walks back and forth, and when we press the space bar, she growls. Actually, she probably doesn't growl because the sound file associated with the growling was with the dog, and we deleted that, so we didn't hear anything. So we're going to have to add a new sound for that, and we will. So let's do that now before we forget. So we'll select Avery's sprite. We'll go to sounds. It comes with a pop. Let's get rid of it. Then we'll go to, whoops, add sounds. We'll do, let's see. There is a lot to choose from. Let's go to voice. All right, we'll choose that one. That one seems to work. We'll choose Scream 1. So in the code, we have to go back to where it says play sound growl until done. We have to change that to say Scream 1. And now it should work. And we still have the parrot saying, don't growl at me. Okay, so next, that's one way to do it. So I brought in a new sprite and I just dragged over the code. There's another way you can do it too. And I'll do it the second way with the parrot. So I'm going to click on the parrot. Notice there's a lot more code for the parrot. Not a ton more, but more. And you would have to drag each one of those over. Here's a slightly simpler way. So I'm going to go to the costume of the parrot. And from here, I'm going to choose a costume for the parrot that I'm going to add to this sprite. So I'll go to animals, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to add a bat. So there's several bat costumes. Waiting for them to load. I'm just going to take bat A and bat B. So unfortunately, I can't do them both together. Yep, I got to do them one at a time. That's okay. So I've got bat A, and I'll go back and get bat B. Okay, and now I've got bat A, bat B, which is pretty much the same effect that the parrot had with up wings, down wings, up wings, down wings. Okay, and notice the code is still there. All right, so now I just need to get rid of the parrot costumes. So get rid of that one, and then get rid of that one. And now I have the parrot. I have the bat doing everything the parrot did. All right, so let's go to the code of the parrot, and let's change what the parrot says, because he's not being growled at. So how about if we change it to say, don't scream at me. Okay, let's also change the background. So I'm going to click on backdrop, go over to backdrop over here. I guess we still have the blank one. Let's get rid of that. And let's add one. So I don't know what to put. I should just choose something. I'll just do colorful city. And then get rid of the playground. Reposition Avery a little bit. And there we go. So we were able to do what looks like a completely different project without putting any new code in. All the code is exactly the same, except for a couple of little changes. So if we go full screen, see how it works. We can control the bat the same way. And Avery screams. Okay, so there's our substitution remix. Give it a try. Let's see how you do.